What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another one for you guys today. Apologies on the delay. We will be running the Storm Mighty Tower. Got the footage in place, and hopefully helps you guys out. We did have to try a few different teams, and it was. I think a lot of people are gonna struggle. I think with nodes 5 and 6 or wave floor 5 and 6. Just a little bit of janking around with teams and whatnot, and you may have to build up some Cosmic Crucibles with teams. For example, the floor 5, you're gonna need Daring Warriors. I don't know if there's any way around it. It was pretty tough, even with my Daring Warriors, and of course, I mean, they're only 4 stars, so that also doesn't help. But we were able to get it done, and then we finished off floor 6 with Daring Warriors with Immortal X. They are going to be your best team for that lineup. I don't have any of them at tier 20, but it probably does help in terms of the damage outputs. Other than that, I think the first 4 nodes are fairly straightforward. The first one we used sort of kind of a brimstone setup with our boy Apocalypse to cancel out the safeguard. Room 2 we utilized what the heck was it? We utilized the Fantastic Four with Odin. I think that was fairly straightforward. Room 3, that's a mutant room. You're going to be able to utilize your mutant teams. And I think what I did was I did a Hellfire lineup with Professor X, because you're not going to be able to use Professor X later on in the nodes anyways. So you can do Professor X on the 3rd one, and of course the 4th node is the Villain Mystic, which is kind of like the Accursed team. So you can use the Accursed team there, and they're going to work out well here. Let's quickly jump into the roster so you guys can kind of see all my team power. Okay, so in game here, again, we use our Brimstone with Apocalypse for the finish on the first node. This one, I think there's a lot of flexibility here with regards to this team, just because of the fact that they left a lot of global options, and I think you could probably get away with using Phoenix Force here if you don't want to use Phoenix Force later on. So Phoenix Force will work good too, because it cancels a lot of those Thunderbolts buffs. But again, as you guys can kind of see on screen here, everybody's kind of around 105. Unfortunately, I do actually have all the T4s on there, so there's not really any way around that, but I've tried to keep them kind of within reasonable levels so that you guys don't you don't have to see that you don't have to get them to 110 basically, right? You can get away here with 105s. Just ignore Doctor Strange. He's not going to be part of this group. Again, we've got a Living Mummy here. He's going to be very essential as well, because you need a big fat taunt to keep the team alive, right? You need those guys alive and big and strong, so you got to get that damage mitigation. And of course, as well, we have our boy Apocalypse here. Because of his passive, right? He will prevent the safeguard, and that's important because when they spawn with the safeguard, it makes it extremely difficult to deal with it unless you got the removal of that. And of course, Apocalypse also has his other abilities that will help out with this particular node. And I don't believe, I'm just trying to think here, I don't know if you need him for another section, but if you can get through it without Apocalypse, I'm sure if you have level 110 Brimstone, I'm sure you could probably double tap with the Daemon strategy, with the Daemon comp. It would not surprise me if that works, but we get by here with level 105. Okay, so the second one is the Cosmic Hero, and this one's nice because you have access to Odin, you have access to Fantastic Four, as well as the fact that we have access to Blue Marvel as well. So this is kind of cool for us. We can use Blue Marvel here, but I actually did it without Blue Marvel as well. You don't need Blue Marvel; it's overkill. Honestly, you only really need Odin. Odin's kind of he's kind of the only one you really need, and most of my Fantastic Four is still 105, 106, so they're not built up or anything, but they are all T4'd, and I think, as long as you have Odin, it's going to be a cakewalk. And I may do some more testing when I have time as well, on a non-Odin team, just for people that don't have them. But yeah, we'll see how it goes here in terms of timing and stuff, if I have time for it and stuff, because I want to get the Mighty Tower Storm footage for you guys as well with regards to the with regards to the Surfer Breaker as well here, because I feel like getting footage out for Storm for you guys will be useful for people that are trying to push those leaderboards or just trying to get the yellow stars, right? Of course, on him. And oh, actually, I guess on that note, I think you can also use let me just see here. He's a surfer, right? He's a cosmic as well. So you should, yeah, right there. Okay, sorry. So you should be able to you should be able to use him as well. So maybe I'll try doing some testing as well later on here with regards to that. Okay, moving on here. The mutant section also going to be consisting of Professor Xavier plus my Hellfire team minus Azazel. Sub in Omega Red. Most of them are 105. Omega Red is tier 20, so that's the reason why I use him, and I put him beside Sebastian Shaw for the extra, just a little bit of cushion so it doesn't scratch anybody else, because Omega Red's 3.0 stats, and he's also quite beefy. Professor X is the only one I have at tier, sorry, not tier, he's the only one I have at level 110, and I have him as a purple 4 barrier as well. Then we will have Sebastian Shaw, Striker, tier 20 as well. So lots of tier 20s, so apologies there for that. Emma Frost is tier 19. Everything's T4'd as well. And then, yeah, I think that's it. So Xavier, Omega Red, and then Shaw, Emma Frost, and Azazel, I believe. I have to look. I don't remember. The floor 4 is the Mystic Villains. So this is one where I actually stuck with the Cursed. So we used the Curse with Mephisto, but again, perhaps Null and Surfer would be options. But yeah, Mephisto level 106, purple ISO 3, and where's our Cursed? Oh god, this is too hard. Okay, let's just filter a Cursed. Let's do filter a Curse. They should be on here. Oh gosh, let's do this. War Cursed. I never get these right. So yeah, we use Wolverine tier 19, 105. Hood also 105. Satana 105 tier 19, and of course Azazel 105 and Juggernaut. So we're gonna do 4-piece basically without Mordo. And wait, who was my 5th? I think I forgot about somebody. Oh no, Azazel was not part of this. Sorry, excuse me. 3-piece Wolverine Hood Satana with Jugs. My apologies, but everybody's 105 tier 19. Moving on. The next section is the Daring Warriors. And this one is also kind of similar. You guys have already seen this roster from my Scourges. They're basically all 110. Everybody's tier 20. JJ is kind of the odd one out. And we'll see if Storm fills that niche when she gets into the role as well. And last but not least, we will have the Immortal X-Men for the last section here. Very similar to my Cursed team. Most of my Cosmic Crucible teams, I've kind of just kept at 105 tier 19. But everything's T4'd. So that's the problem. People are running into issues with the T4, and I do feel like the T4s are going to help. We don't use Beast in this case, even though I do have my 105 tier 19. We have that for raids. But yeah, Cable is kind of the key maker here. And you guys will see in the footage why I use Cable instead of Beast. Okay, so let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so again, we're going to be using Brimstone here. This is going to be very straightforward, I think, for the most part. So we aren't going to really play it at normal speed. I think it's very straightforward. I'm going to speed it up so you guys don't have to watch the whole thing. And I think, yeah, this is going to be the easiest one out of all the nodes. So we open up here with the big alt. Surprise, surprise. And like I said, if your team's big enough, you may be able to double tap it. But my Daemon's not 110. And I'm sure somebody's going to be able to figure out a strategy to do that. We also use Captain Britain here. Probably could have used Elsa. I brought Captain Britain here just for the extra taunt, just for a little cushion. But I did do it with Elsa as well, and either one works. I just wanted to see if it made a difference. And yeah, I don't know. I guess his extra taunt helps a little bit, but not the end of the world if you guys can't bring them there. And it's going to be fairly straightforward. Once you kind of control these guys, You're going to get Icarus and Xerxes dropping after, and that's pretty straightforward. I think once you control it off, they did start us off on a fairly easy section here, and like I said, you just have to kind of survive the initial onslaught, and then yeah, Apocalypse is gonna basically be, he's gonna be key here. If you don't have Apocalypse, it is gonna be a little bit more difficult because yeah, that safeguard on spawn on the Thunderbolts is pretty awful to deal with. This is the reason why I decided to sub him in, and it was so much easier. Even with Brimstone, it was tough without Apocalypse there disabling the safeguard. Second node is also going to be very straightforward, so I'm not going to run it at the normal speed. I'll just have it sped up so it saves you guys a little bit of time. But yeah, Odin is pretty much the kingpin here, and I slapped in Blue Marvel just for funsies. I did it without Blue Marvel as well, so if you guys want footage of that, let me know. But yeah, it's very easy. Like I said, you don't even really need the cooldowns from your Fantastic Four. Odin really is the star of this. When they take a turn, he's just going to zap them with his laser. So over and over. And also, if you want this to be a little easier, try to focus on Darkstar so she doesn't clear. Yeah, and then I think Franklin just ults here. So yeah, pretty easy. I think you could probably auto this one actually. So yeah, fairly straightforward. And you guys shouldn't have too many issues on this one. So hopefully that makes sense. We will go into the mutant one now, and this one I will play for you guys at normal speed, just so you can kind of see here. I mean, it's also very straightforward because, like the other two, we've been using big hitters like Odin, Odin and Apocalypse. But this one is important because you want to make sure you can blind and kill off superior Spider-Man. This is going to be nice, so that way he can't use that, his abilities. Because if he uses that evasion, this team they can get away from you. So you want to make sure you can control it early. Other than that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult if you guys don't clear him. So again, clear this off. And what's important here is, and I do like this, I like how Omega Red, he's going to come in really handy when the second wave drops. He's going to be able to basically cleanse and rewind a lot of these guys. So having Omega Red here, I would say, is a very nice addition. I was not expecting him to have this type of an impact, but no, he is very good. He is very good indeed, and you guys will see that when the next wave drops. It's very straightforward. Like I said, with the blind, thanks to Xavier, really helps. Save his ult so that when the next wave does drop, it's going to be very easy. I think it's it's like a hive mind. I think it's a hive mind with, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember here. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be very easy. I'll throw the blind there. It's going to kill off Green Goblin. Next wave should drop. Hive mind plus null. And then you'll see here, the rewind just absolutely shreds everybody to death. So save the cooldown for that, and then Sebastian Shaw should be able to just take over the leftover change. Again, our only character that's level 110 is Professor Xavier. So if you have higher levels, it may in fact be easier. But yeah, like I said, very easy. And I didn't remember if it was Azazel or not because it was such an easy node. But yeah, Azazel, he didn't really play any part, so you probably don't even need to have him. But Hellfire is a raid team, so I feel like a lot of people are going to have them built up regardless of that. Okay, so now the Accursed Mephisto one is another tough one here. I think I'm going to have to test around with this without a curse. But yeah, again, I was just trying to get through it. We just got home from the ball game, and I wanted to just get this done and over with so then I can pump the video out so then you guys have something. And I'm sure I haven't even looked actually. I'm sure some other content creators have already done it. So I haven't had a chance to look yet, but I'm sure they've already probably figured out an alternative strategy to it. This is a Cosmic Crucible tower. So of course we're going to stick with Cosmic Crucible teams, but of course as well people probably don't have a curse built up. So we'll see if we can figure out a workaround. Null is also a good slot in here instead of Mephisto if you don't have Mephisto. Null is also coming back next week as well. So this will be very good, I think, for people that are trying to do this tower and maybe they want Null. He's going to be very good, I think, for a lot of people. Null is such a great character. Can't say enough about him. He does so much, and he's good for Battle World Sentry. He's good for Dark Dimension. He's good for raids. He's possibly good for arena as well, depending on your meta or early on game. But as you guys see here, we make pretty short work of it, and the Accursed, very straightforward. I think the hardest two nodes are coming up here, and you guys will see that we do need a little bit more RNG side of things to get it done. So probably the second hardest, or actually I guess in my opinion, I feel like this is probably going to be the hardest if you don't have Daring Warriors, and that's because yeah, new mutants they're not fun, and they've also got their Cosmic Crucible buffs up. So we're going to take a little bit of a hit, and again, if you have bigger Daring Warriors, mine are only 4. At least the 3 new ones are 4. We'll see if, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's just the way it goes. But at least I feel like if you have a 3-star, probably will likely work as well. The 4 isn't that much stronger than a 3, so fairly similar. And of course, if you have more than 3 or 4 stars, and you have like 5 or 6, then yeah, you should be able to get it done pretty quick here. But yeah, it might take a little bit of luck. We throw the slow, just like our Scourges. We want to apply the slow here if you can. Unfortunately, yeah, these guys have some crazy amount of resistance. So then again, we have the ability block here, and we can throw the ability block on these guys if it lands. If you try throwing a skirmisher on your speed ball as well to help with the with that, we'll do the special here to get some barrier back and some debuff removal, which is good for us. And then yeah, we'll open up with the big alt here. I have her as a healer to get more heals. I don't know if it's better or worse, but mess around with the ISO 8s if you have to. We'll throw the special here to apply the defense down, just because we need a little help here. Our teams aren't as big as some other people's, and probably be easier if you had diamonds and stuff on them, right? So we'll see if this, yeah, we'll see how the next few floors are after. Yeah, I'm working on buying shards for my team here, so we will see if we need to get more shards and do some store refreshes on them. Yeah, and then what's important here is you want to make sure you keep JJ's ultimate ready to go when the next wave drops. This is going to be a little timing part where the next wave drops, and you want to make sure JJ does get that turn bar right in the center here so that she can take off some of that immunity. It's going to take a little bit of timing. It's going to take a little bit of luck. There's no way around it. I found that was the best way to do it. She's going to strip the positives, and unfortunately Sam is, you know, he's kind of the odd man out, but it's fine because I think it's more important to get the other guys out. And you can take Sam's buffs off as well, remember, with Night Thrasher's basic. So he can basic and take off some of that immunity as well, and you guys will see that here. I don't believe I have a clean finish on this as well. It's pretty, it's kind of like near the end it gets a little bit spotty, but you guys will see here that yeah, it's good to get Night Thrasher's alt back up as well here. If you can have his alt ready before this wave drops, that would be ideal. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna take timing, it's gonna take a little luck, and yeah, if you have a bigger Daring Warriors, this will definitely be easier. I can push my JJ up to 110 as well here to give her a little bit more oomph, but yeah, like I said, we do it with our 4 yellows just fine. Like I said, yeah, very touch and go here. I thought we were done, and then I thought, hey, you know what? These guys are also kind of low on their health, so it worked out in my favor. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit of luck, and again, maybe if you have 5 stars, it'd be a lot smoother. So we'll see how that goes. We throw the alt here. It doesn't really do anything. Sam's resistance is too high, unfortunately. And then, yeah, and then we get to Speedball's turn. Or, sorry, not Speedball. We get to Night Thrasher. Thank goodness gracious. He can throw that alt there after, and he's going to be able to strip most of this stuff off anyways. The energy goes back to the team, and then you can kind of see once Eclipse does her thing, she really does form the key piece to this team here. And then I think, yeah, once you kind of do that, then you can kind of see here. Now we kind of flip the board on them. And yeah, having those new mutants is just brutal. They're absolutely brutal. Actually, I don't even remember, like, are Liberty really this good in Crucible? Because I was like, what the heck? Like they were actually like putting up a pretty good fight, like, which I was actually kind of surprised by that. So anyways, that's just my 2 cents. But hopefully you guys can see that. We'll throw the big alt air again. We have the healer ISO aid. That helps us cleanse, heal, bring everybody back up. And again, like I said, JJ was kind of our weakest link and still is. She's not tier 20. She's not level 110 like these other 4. So as expected. So that is the finish on floor 5 for you guys. And I'm just waiting for this to load. There we go. So it took a little bit of luck, but we got it done. And we'll move into the final section. Oakley dokley. We are on the last and final node. Let me know. Yeah, let me know if you guys find any alternatives to this. I think Immortal is kind of the only way to do it, and there is one caveat to it, and hopefully you guys can follow it. Stun Red Hulk. You got to do it. He's the best way to attack the course. Then we're going to be able to spread some negatives around. Having Jean as a striker may not be a bad idea as well to get some extra pings in there. I realized that we had too many Raiders on this team. Spread that stun, like I said. We do use a variation of Cable instead of Beast as well. And I did try Beast, and I didn't like it. So this is where it's important. Don't use the ult. If you use the ult, it's going to kill off Apocalypse. It's going to push everybody. You do not want to use the ult there. So you want to save the ult. Now that we are in this position here, now we can throw the ult here. The reason why is we want to make sure they don't push Satana out before we take care of some of these other guys. Because what ends up happening is I think Satana drops, and then I think Azazel gets extra turn bar or something. I don't know. I don't know why. I was trying it for a few times, and this was the way it worked. When I used the special instead of the ult, it just worked better. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just luck. I might have to try it again just to see if it was a flimsy luck or something. But Azazel, if Azazel goes and does his ult, he absolutely destroys your entire team. And I found just using the special on him and ability blocking him, that's the way to go. That's the way to go, and then you can make this node super, super easy. I actually found this node. I don't know. I think some people were saying this node was the hardest one. I actually found this one to be easier than the Daring Warriors one, just because my Daring Warriors aren't built up, right? These guys are all, they're 3 diamonds, tier 19, 105, and most of them were pretty built up. And yeah, I think it only took me about 4 tries to get this one done, whereas Daring Warriors, it took me like 10 tries. So just so you guys are aware. And again, yeah, it wasn't like a smooth battle all the way with this one. Near the end, it got a little touch and go here. But obviously, we leave Satana last because she's kind of like their weakest link. And at least without the accursed members, right? So again, I went for Morgan. And unfortunately, I wish I would have cleared her first before she did all those heals. But kind of the way it goes. We don't really need to worry about Juggernaut as well because he's kind of slow. He's slow and he just kind of sat there the whole time. But as you guys see here, we do the special here. We just keep focusing on Morgan. And of course, it really showcases how good Morgan Le Fay was, right? When she used to be meta. Like, really, really showcases how powerful she was. So again, if we had a striker on Jean, she would get that extra little hit. And I just found it to be, like, I don't know. Maybe I should have made Cable a striker instead, or Cable a raider instead, because yeah, I found Jean to be a bigger impact, and it would have been nice if she got a little extra couple hits in. But hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to try this again here when we run it again. I want to see if I can do some different team comps and see if that works for you guys. Other than that, we're just happy we can get the storm unlocked so we can start doing some testing here with the scourges. I don't know if I'll be able to do any tonight, just because it is kind of later in the day and I'm kind of pooped from work, and I kind of just want to watch some TV and watch a brain dead show. Love is Blind or something. I don't know. Anyways, so hopefully makes sense. Hopefully helps you guys out. Again, do let me know in the comments below if you guys were able to find another team that works. I tried running Old Man Logan with Phoenix. Got absolutely wrecked. And then we did Immortal, and Immortal just absolutely crushed it. So anyways, let me know in the comments below if you guys have something that works. If not, other than that, hopefully this helps you guys out. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic Friday. Don't forget to hit up your Sentry boss battle for your points. And I will see you guys in the next one.